everybody, and welcome to Cooking with Miss Cindy. I'm Miss Cindy from the South Brunswick Public Library. Today's recipe is fast and easy. We are going to be making an apple cinnamon oatmeal. It's going to be ready within, I want to say probably 5 to 6 minutes, and it is a really solid comfort breakfast. As usual, there is no stove, no oven, no knives, nothing scary involved, just a microwave, few ingredients, and about 10 minutes of your time. So let's go. Okay, we're going to get started on our apple cinnamon oatmeal. Let me tell you what you're going to need first. You're going to need half an apple. This one is a honeycrisp. You can also use a Fuji. That would be a really good apple, but whatever apple you have and whatever apple you like will also work. You're going to need butter. You're going to need old-fashioned rolled oats. Make sure you get the old-fashioned rolled oats kind. It's super important. Some brown sugar, cinnamon, and milk. So, getting all this out of the way, first thing you're going to want to do is either chop up or grate your apple. If you do chop it up, make sure you core it first. It doesn't really matter if you chop it or grate it. Either one will work fine. I prefer to use a grater, but whatever you like works best. So, we're just going to, I'm not going to do it over the bowl. It's going to be too small. So, we're going to grate about half this apple. Now, you can peel it if you like. If you don't want to peel it, like I don't, make sure you wash it really well. But whatever works for you works best. So let's get going. Alright, so now you are going to take your apple, you're going to put it in your bowl. It's going to be very juicy. Just going to mop some of this up so it's not so wet. Okay, now that you have your apple, you're going to add in 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. You can use dark brown sugar or light brown sugar. And you're going to give that a good stir. If your brown sugar's gotten a little bit hard, the juice from the apple will definitely soften it, and you can mix it up pretty easily. Alright, I think that's probably good and mixed. Now, you're going to add the butter. Here's my butter. Now, if you look, butter tends to already have a measure if you are getting it in the sticks. So, it's really easy to measure out a tablespoon, but if you have like a bowl of butter, like the ones that come in like the containers, then you can just measure it out with a tablespoon. And it's 1 tablespoon. If you do not use salted butter, if you only have unsalted butter, I would also throw in just a small pinch of salt. But I am using salted butter, so I'm good. So now this is going to go into the microwave for about 30 to 60 seconds. So I'm going to start at 30, see how it looks, and then go to 60 if I have to, if the butter hasn't melted completely. Now it's time to add our cinnamon. You're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now the cinnamon is optional, but I do prefer cinnamon with like apple flavors. Tastes like a pie. So why not? Add that. Make sure you mix that in really well. Now you're going to mix in your 1/4 cup of the, don't forget, old-fashioned rolled oats. Make sure that's nice and mixed. And your milk. I'm using 1/2 cup of 2% milk. You can use any kind you have. Whole, skim, doesn't matter. Alright, once that is done, that is going to go in the microwave for about 1.5 to maybe 3 minutes, could be more depending on your microwave and depending on how you like your oatmeal. So I would start with 1.5 minutes and then take a look, see if it's the texture that you like. If not, keep adding about 30 seconds until you get the texture that you like. And we are all done. This got microwaved for a total of 3.5 minutes, and it is pretty much the consistency I like. Not too goopy, but kind of still nice and soft and a little liquidy. But like I said, it really all depends on how you like your oatmeal. So once this is done cooling in about 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to dig right in. Oatmeal is a really, really easy breakfast recipe that you can absolutely change and adapt depending on what you like. You can add maple syrup to this apple cinnamon recipe. You can omit the cinnamon. There's tons of stuff you can do. You can even just make the plain oatmeal and add whatever you'd like to it. So that is all I've got for you guys today, but I will see you next week on Cooking with Miss Cindy. Bon appetit!